welcome to Flosstube number 8. This is Sea Glass and Stitching, and my name is Nicole. I am filming this on February 2nd, but I don't think I'm going to schedule it to go up until February 13th because I filmed my whip parade and I want to get that put out as well, but I also don't want to have too many videos out too close together and then nothing for like 2 months. So welcome or welcome back. This is going to be my current whip. I have a couple fully finished objects, and then I have a fabric haul to go over. Right after Christmas, I purchased a bunch of fabric from Primrose Cottage, Fat Quarter Shop, and 123 Stitch. Just make sure it's all in the pile. And I'm just gonna show that. I'm trying to find like a go-to fabric when I am looking at stuff. So I ordered a bunch of different kinds, and some of the color, what it looks like in real life, is not what I would have expected. So I'm kind of glad I did that. That being said, I probably don't need any new fabric for the rest of the year. So current whip is Hygge Holiday by Hands-On Design. I'm doing the classic holiday colorway. So that's as far as I have right now. I expect to get some good progress tonight. And this is what it is gonna look like. And it's from Hands-On Design. It's Kathy. She did 4 different, here we go, in the back, 2 colorways. So one's a more neutral, one is like a blue and neutral, and then you have like green and neutral, and then the classic holiday. And I'm doing the classic holiday. I wanted to hurry up and get this one done because I have a finishing board that I had got at Walmart. So hopefully it'll fit here. I didn't do any measuring, so. But I'm trying to go through and see pieces that line up with like my finishing supplies already and get those completed and done. So there is that one. My fully finished, both or all of these are by Primrose. So I believe it was the December Free Stitch Friday from Primrose Cottage, and I had purchased the finishing kit. Not the finishing, the stitching kit. What do they call it? Do they call it? I don't know. The thing that has the fabric and the floss and stuff. So I'd gotten that, and I finished that up. I just used fabric that I had in my stash. I think this was a fat quarter from Joann back when it existed. And then this is just some trim chenille yarn. I think I also purchased this from Joann's. And this is actually, I always thought this was going to be too thick. But I didn't want to get rid of it just in case. And so I kept it, and then it worked out well. I like how big the trim is on this one. I also stuffed it with polyfill and put a little bit of walnut shells in there. And because I have like a big container of walnut shells, crushed walnut shells, and I didn't think I was gonna like the walnut shells in it, but I do like the weight that it gives it. I will say, I think I put a little bit of fluff, and then I put walnut shells and then more fluff, so heaviness, it would be upside down. But I like squeezing it. It'd be a good stress thing. So that is the Hello Winter Free Stitch Friday from Primrose. My next one is going to be the 3 stitches that came in the Primrose Cottage Sip and Stitch box. So I did this. I got the finishing kit and stuff comes with the box, but I didn't finish it exactly. These ones had more fabric on the bottom. So they're Toadstool Kisses, I think was this one. And if you didn't get their Sip and Stitch box, these patterns will be released around this time-ish next year. So there's that one. I left some, I think I'm going to try putting a bead on one of those, but I thought let's try and do a dangle. I don't know how I feel about it. I think once I finish the bead, it'll look a little bit better. It just kind of looks random right now. And then the little pattern with the strawberry. I like how they did a strawberry theme. And that is the back. And then this was just chenille. I think this is Dollar Tree chenille. I did the back on that one. And then I will say, I really like the Valentine's Day one. This, I tried a couple different things. I did sew the rickrack, which didn't turn out too bad. Sometimes the sewing can get a little bit sketchy. Back is the gingham fabric. I love this floral. These both came in the finishing kit, all the called for colors. Now for the edge, I also did rickrack, but then I sewed it down with beads. Oh, I'll put my face in there. Ooh. Oh, it looks so much nicer in person. I ran out a little bit of rickrack, so I had to get a different thing and patch it, but I figured since it sits in, you won't notice it. I also did some walnut shells in this, and I do like the feel that gives it. I really like the rickrack with the beading. I had seen that on Pinterest. I think it was like adding rickrack to pants or something like that. And I don't know where or when, except a while ago, and I tried looking again for it, and I just couldn't. So I kind of had to make it up with what I think they had done. I didn't remember, but it turned out well, and I like it. And that's a different kind of trim finish for me, and I think it adds a little bit of zhuzh to it. And then I have them sitting as the bowl filler. I just have some wooden spools with trim, velvet ribbon. I know Nicole Spohr had gotten some after Christmas, and I was like, oh, I like that. So I went ahead and ordered some and just use it as kind of a bowl filler for right now. I do want to try doing the ruched ribbon along the edge, and I was trying to find one. This color just didn't seem the right kind of red, and it was a little bit wide. I need a slightly smaller to try on something else. So that would be that display. And the last thing before we move on to the fabric haul is I have felt, and I cut out 3 hearts, and I'm going to do the crazy beading on those, and then maybe tuck them in on that as well. But that is also on my list. I shift. Oh, some other finishes. I almost forgot. This would be the finish of the week from my daughter. This was the Seaside Tiny Town Beach Frill. She likes those because they're nice and small. So this was, I think, one of her first stitch things that she had done. And then I finished it into a pillow for her. So she has that. Very well done. And then from the Liz Matthews Jingle Ball class, again, I finished my, so there's the cardinal with the holly, and then Liz Matthews recommended having like 3 different things, and I was running out of both fabric and time, so I just had a wooden shape that I painted and shoved in there as well. It's kind of hard to... All right. So the first, and these are all in bags. I'm not going to take them out of bags because I'm worried, unless the glare is too much. I don't want to get them mixed up because right now it's really important for me at least to have the right counts and names so that when I do find a fabric that I'm like, this is it, I absolutely love it, I want to order a giant piece of it and use it for all my projects, that I know what it is and I'm ordering the right thing. So, Primrose Cottage, we have 25 count Zweigart Lugana in pewter. And so that's just a gray kind of color. And then 27 count Linda light taupe. I know a lot of theirs is finished on light taupe. So far, those are the color differences. And then we have 32 count Zweigart Lugana in platinum. So this would be the light taupe and this is the platinum. And for some reason I thought the platinum would be more of a, like a whitish, almost silver color maybe too. And then we have 25 count Zweigart Lugana in cream. So here is cream and platinum. And then light taupe pewter. I don't know if you can see the color difference there. And then I got a 20 count mushroom Ada. Oh, yeah. So this will be the light taupe and the mushroom. And then maybe the cream and the mushroom. Then I got a 28 count Zweigart Lugana in wheat. These look very close. So the light taupe and the wheat, I'd say, are exactly the same. I don't know if the camera is picking up, but they're pretty close. So I would say those would be comparable to each other if you couldn't get one. And then I got another light taupe. Apparently I really wanted to try that one. Then from 1-2-3 Stitch, I got one pattern. I think I got another one, but I might have put that away already. I want to try doing the little sleds. So I got that pattern to try the birds. So it's Snowy Visitors. And I thought even if I don't do it on a sled, if I just do it and then can figure out some kind of finishing along the way. All right, so we have 18 count vellum. You can see it's got a little bit of modeling. And these ones I just got smaller cuts, because again, it's just more trying to figure out what I like and what I can stitch on. So this is 18 count Woodland Ada. That's very nice. That's coming up nice. .32 count Vintage Stormy Night Lugana. Again, that's coming up some nice modeling and variation on there. 32 count Vellum. And this is Even Weave. So we have the 18 count Ada and then the 32 count Even Weave. And they look pretty. You know how sometimes Ada and linen and Even Weave all don't take it the same way? But I think they look pretty good as far as the being consistent. All right, and then I got a 32 count taupe Lugana. And this one I don't think has any modeling really, it's just a solid. So I'm gonna keep this in the bag, but this was the light taupe and then this was just taupe. Kind of look, I don't know. I don't see that much of a difference in those ones. All right, then I have 32 count light taupe. So this was the 27 count light taupe Linda, and this is the 32 count light taupe Lugana. I would say the Lugana, I think, wins for the lighter of the taupes. And then this would be the just regular taupe Lugana. So not too much of a difference, but you can tell the light taupe is lighter. I think light taupe is, oops, wait. All right, 32 count Silvery Moon Lugana. And I'm not seeing any modeling on this. It's just a nice silvery color, whitish silver. And then I have 32 count Platinum Lugana. so 32 count. So these should be the same. All right, then 32 count Mystic Lugana. I'm gonna have to do a nice, I have things in mind maybe for this. .28 count Gingerbread Lugana. I do want to do, I think I downloaded the Stacy Nash, I don't remember if it was a freebie or not, but the small gingerbread house from the Jingle Ball. And so I thought that, or I did buy the, was it a needle book? The sewing needle book? The gingerbread house that she had from the previous year, the class. All right, then I have a 28 count Glacier Lugana. Again, another nice modeling one. .28 count Helix Lugana, and this one does have modeling, and it's kind of like a bluey. I guess that's it compared to the Glacier. So it's almost like a purple blue. I like that 1 2 3 Stitch has like these smaller little cuts, so they're only like around $5, $4 or $5-ish, $6. So I can get some colors, not be committed to a huge swatch, but also I get to kind of try things out. 28 count Jade Lugana. I really like the modeling on that one. And then a 28 count Mushroom Lugana, which I think I also had the mushroom, I think the mushroom Ada. So that's another one where that one I think does look like there's some difference between the Ada and the Lugana. Oh, more blue. 28 count Mystic. I think I had a Mystic already. So what size? Hold on, puppy. All right, so we had a 32 and a 28 Mystic. Very close. And for the final one for 1 2 3 Stitch, 32 count Dove Lugana. And I'm going to throw up a blue next to it. So it's kind of like a bluey gray. All right, and then I got from Fat Quarter, not very much. I got a big thing because it was like $20 off of Natural Rustico 16 count Ada. This feels like a stiffer Ada. But I thought this is a nice neutral color. I do like 16 count, and this is 36 by 51. So I thought this could be a good, I wanted to do like bunches of ornaments and stuff, or I think you could dye over that as well. And then I got 2 patterns from Fat Quarter that I had been eyeballing for a while and were on sale. My Little Minnow. And this just reminds me of my daughter. So I might stitch that up. I'm not sure if I'm willing to commit to stitching this twice. But I thought on one of these that might look nice. And then Tiny Modernist Fall Folk Dragon. I thought that was so cute. And then again, here's that light green one. I think it's on blue, so I'm not sure if we do that or one of these. All right, that is all my whips and my fabric. That is good. I got that done pretty quick. I don't know if I need to start slowing down talking. But yeah, so that is my fabric haul. That is a couple patterns. We got my whip, my finishes, and this should go up the day before Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. I hope the snow storms weren't too bad for everyone. We are on the second weekend of that. The first one with the big ice storm, we didn't get anything where I'm at. It just rained a lot. But for this past weekend, because I'm in North Carolina, we did get a bunch of snow. It's Monday right now, and we still have snow on the ground, which I don't want to say is rare, but usually if it snows within like a day, it's gone. So it has been cold. The snow already melted off all like the roads and stuff, so that's not bad. We just have to worry about overnight if it gets icy. Let's see. Hanson, come here. I don't know if he'll come up. You come up. Come on. Come on. Oh, say hello. Say hello. I don't know. Oh, we'll get a picture, huh? We'll get a picture. Good boy. My paws are cold. All right. Happy Valentine's Day and have a great stitchy day. Bye.